Hello everyone, and today I'm going to be teaching you a SDAIE strategy that I like to call Guess That Story. Now this activity is meant to introduce the concept of outlining to students with varying outlines, with varying levels of complexity and detail. So, students will be given one outline that has very broad general details and will be asked to guess the story. They'll come up with various answers, multiple answers, and they can see how a lot of stories will fit into that. Next, they will be getting one with more details. Starts kind of giving more away, narrows down what the plot's going to be, who the characters are, but still could fall under various books or movies or stories or whatever you may have. Right. Finally, they'll be getting a much more detailed one. In this instance, I'm using Harry Potter as an example, because even though I give a lot of details like character names, Ron and Harry and Hermione, it's still broad enough that you can't tell exactly which book it is, which leads into the assignment, the activity part of what they're going to be doing. They'll be given that final outline, but with blank spaces added on and for them to fill in. And that is their job to fill it in completely enough that their partner can tell which story they're talking about, right? Without actually just writing down the name of the book. This is a good strategy to introduce them to outlining as a tool to use for writing activities. Outline is incredibly important for organization, and it will help their writing skills improve drastically if they learn how to properly use it. Later on, we'll go over the more technical aspects of it and how to create it. But right now we're just focusing on the concepts, what an outline is and what it's good for. I plan for this activity to be used with 6th graders just coming into middle school because they're going to be learning to write more and expected to write more. And this level of strategy will work very well for intermediate to advanced English learners. For beginning English learners, it might be a bit too challenging, but there are accommodations that could be made that would make this lesson usable as well. Alright, and here I go. Good morning, class. How are you guys doing today?
Good, how are you? Great.
Oh, good to hear. So, what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be going over outlines. Has anyone heard of an outline before?
Yes, me.
Yes? And it looks like something like this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen them before?
Yes.
Where have you seen them before?
When we write essays in language arts class.
That's a fantastic place for them, and we're going to learn how to make them and how to use them more appropriately. So, for our first quiz I've got for you, I'm going to hand you an outline, and it's the one on the board, and I want you to see if you can guess which book it's from. So on this outline, we've got it broken up into 3 points. Characters, plot, and settings. Each of those broken up into many more points. It seems like that would be something that would explain what you're doing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Should be obvious, but what's missing?
The details about who are the characters, their names.
Yeah, the details. And Anastasia?
When it takes place.
When it takes place. So there's a lot of information that could go in there, but it's not there now. It's pretty hard to guess. It could be a lot of things, right?
Yeah, could be the Outsiders.
Could be the Outsiders, could be an episode of SpongeBob.
Mm-hmm.
It could be anything, right? Could be from a video game even. So, to use outlines more effectively, we need to make sure we're not only using the form, but we're putting in the right information. So now I've got another one for you with a little bit more detail. Alright, and I'll go put that on the board too. And here's this one. Now this is the same format. I'll slide down so you can see it. Here.
Harry Potter.
It's got characters, it's got wizards and villains, it's got a storyline instead of a plot, and it's got the setting. So there are more details. Anastasia, you screamed out Harry Potter. Why did you scream out Harry Potter?
Because it's obviously Harry Potter, wizards and witches, and what I knew was because of the closet in the house in London.
Mm-hmm.
That gave it away for
And
me.
the crossing the threshold on the train.
Alright, it could be Harry Potter. There are other books it could be too.
Mm-hmm.
There is still, we've got more detail, and we're kind of leaning towards it being Harry Potter.
The language. be.
Could be The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. So there are a lot of other things it could be.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting there though, right?
Yeah.
Do you see how this gives you more information?
Yes, definitely.
Alright. But do you think you could write a paper with just that?
No. Yeah.
No? Alright, so there's one more. Now this one has even more detail.
That's right.
And Anastasia, you were right. It is Harry Potter. You've got the main characters. You've got your Harry, Hermione, Ron, Albus. And you got your villains, the story arc. Alright? Now, there's one more important question I have for you. Which Harry Potter is it?
The first
Oh,
one.
the first, yeah.
The first one? Are you sure?
Actually, it could probably be any of them. Oh no, when does Gryffindor win the House Cup?
Well, several times.
Yeah, so.
But it could be, it's the first one because he enters the Wizarding World.
He does enter the Wizarding
But
World.
it could be when
But-
he's re-entering it after summer off.
Yeah, it's all of them.
So there's more details
That could be on it.
that it could be. I think the only one it can't be is the last one because he doesn't enter the school until the very end. So it doesn't start with that. But I've got more details here. It's still not exactly right. You've got the information there. You've got a lot of information. There's a lot of things in there that would help you organize your thoughts and how to use it. But we still need a little bit more. Now, take out your pencils, please. And without looking at each other's, I would like you to fill out the information that's in the blanks. You guys can flip it over. And like we said, it could be for any book. So now you need to try and fill it in a way that your partner can tell which Harry Potter book you're writing about. Your goal is to make it as clear as possible without actually writing the name of the book. So what kind of details can you add to about Harry that would make it more obvious which book it is? Or about you-know-who? Extra details will make it more specific and prepare you to better write and create an outline and a possible essay or story.
Can you guess what mine is?
Oh, yes. Keep looking. That's the first one.
You better read more.
I forget my numbers of books though.
Anastasia, how would you fill in some of these blanks here?
Gets a letter, and Hagrid comes.
Alright, and Hagrid comes. Right? And now what about the Dark Lord? What would you fill in there?
I said Tom Riddle,
Tom Riddle.
and I guess anagram could go there.
Alright. And how about the Dark Lord reappears in some way?
Turban and Quirrell. Thanks for helping me remember his name.
Sure. Now Harry defeats he who must not be named, and what did you fill in there?
With a big snake. And then under the castle.
Under the castle.
Or under Hogwarts.
Okay. So, let's see if we can figure out which book it is. So some of the things that give it away. Talk about turbans and Quirrell, which were the bad guy, and
snakes.
the Sorcerer's Stone. Hagrid comes and delivers a letter. That would also be Sorcerer's Stone. Now why did you include Tom Riddle and anagram here? And snake. Alright.
I'm switching it up.
So what do we need to change then?
Isn't that like, we need to change about Harry?
Alright, what do we know about Harry in the second
Well,
one?
because I can't remember. They all blend together.
Alright, what language do we know Harry speaks in the second one?
Oh yeah, Parcel Tongue.
yeah.
Alright, so Harry is a Parselmouth. And what else do we know about?
Second year.
Yeah.
And it's his
But
second
then
year.
that's giving
Oh, that's
it away.
giving away too much, yeah.
It's all right. We're still explaining and we're getting the
Yeah.
information out there. So, can you see how this is a more detailed outline
Yes,
Definitely.
and it makes way more sense.
Mm-hmm.
and how this would help you out when you needed to write an essay?
Yes.
What other subjects could you use an outline if you weren't asked to write about Harry Potter?
Social studies.
Mm-hmm. History, yes.
How would you break up history, Laura?
So if you were writing an essay on Andrew Jackson, if he was a hero or a villain, you could maybe do one section for like a little bit about his background, and then one section on things that he did that were good, that make him a hero, and then one section on things that he did were bad. Then you could have like one section on your opinion and your reasons for that.
That sounds like a perfect way to break it up. And I'm sure a middle school history teacher would really appreciate
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
that kind of thought and
Definitely.
consideration going into writing a paper.
Yes.
I think we have all been in the situation where we've tried to write a paper without planning for it. And it
Mhm.
really does show on the final product.
Yes.
So this is a good way, I've found, to plan and make writing essays and stories a lot easier. Do you have any questions?
Nope.
No, that was very clear. Thank you.
And I got my Harry Potter facts correct.
Yes.
All right, thank you very much. All right. Laura, what did you fill in?
Oh,
Let's see if we can guess.
Okay, I put scar on the forehead for
Okay.
Harry, and then lives in a closet under the stairs.
All right.
And then I put is introduced for the villainous wizard. I didn't finish that one. But in the Dark Lord reappears in some way. I put the mirror trick of Harry's parents,
Yeah.
and that Harry sees him for the first time.